Okay guys, so over the weekend we got a bunch of new drops for the Hobbit, the Magic the Gathering set. I'm going to go over each of these cards over the next several videos, but I want to jump in first and talk about new mechanics that we're going to see introduced in this set. And there are 3 new mechanics that have been released on the new card. So first up is Recruit. Recruit appears on the Queen of Dale so far. It'll probably appear on several more cards because it looks like it's going to be a major mechanic to help you build up a token army. So the text for Recruit is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, create a 1/1 human soldier creature token. A lot like Connive in terms of like drawing and discarding, and you have to choose to discard a non-land card in order to get the benefit of building up the army. Next up, we have a new mechanic called Storied. Storied appears on 2 of the new cards so far. One is Biffer and one is Thorin Oakenshield. Storied says if you control 3 or more artifacts, legendaries, and or sagas, you have an enduring story for the rest of the game. This uses the same type of cards that Historic does, introduced in the Lord of the Rings set, but the enduring story is a lot like getting the city's blessing, which gives you some kind of ongoing emblem basically that will allow certain abilities to be activated. So let's take a look at what Biffer does. If you have an enduring story, if an ability of a dwarf you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. That's one thing that could happen, but of course there's going to be a bunch of things that could happen, just the way different things could happen with the city's blessing or if you're the monarch or something like that. For Thorin, it says as long as you have an enduring story, artifacts and creatures you control have Ward 1. So that's going to be a pretty cool mechanic. It'll definitely play well with anything that's historic, and certainly it's playing towards things that are going to be really prevalent in the Hobbit, which are legendaries, artifacts, and probably sagas as well. We've only seen one so far, but there's probably going to be a bunch of them. And then lastly, we're seeing a new counter type introduced, and this is with Bilbo's sword Sting. That says when Sting enters, put a hone counter on Sting for each creature target opponent controls. So if you had an opponent with a giant army, then you could put a ton of hone counters on it. Each hone counter on an equipment grants +1/+0 to equipped creature. So basically it's a way of buffing that creature through that artifact with hone counters. So this could, of course, be very powerful in the right circumstances. And those are the 3 new mechanics that were shown for the Hobbits, the Magic the Gathering set: Recruit, Storied, and Hone Counters.